get ready now.
I love Africa Global Radio.
For good news across Africa. Don't go away.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news. Good news.
Yep.
So we have some interesting things, and this was starting from Kenya, actually. So as much as, in Kenya, you have about 9.9 million coconut trees, on its coast, and the increased demand when it comes for the coconuts in Kenya.
Okay.
You still realize that the local coconut industry in Kenya is not necessarily thriving or booming.
Right.
And this was a problem that was actually identified by a group of people.
Okay.
And they decided to do something about the situation.
And what have they decided to do?
Well, they decided to process the raw coconut because, you have about over 100,000 coastal coconut farmers that just sell the coconut raw. I think we've all experienced that. You just go, someone has a stand, or some people just put it on a truck.
Yeah.
And they feel it. They just crack and drink, and that's it. And it's good. It's all good to get the natural and drink it. But I think when you're looking towards development, you're looking to bring growth, especially to make an economical impact out of a natural something you have in your country, then you need to look at processing.
Exactly.
So that's what Kentaste is all about in Kenya.
Okay, Kentaste.
Yes, Kentaste.
Right.
So Kentaste actually creates premium coconut products.
Okay.
And this is sourced from smallholder farmers in Kenya. So they create employment for them because they make sure that whether the rates standard international is actually fluctuating or not, they actually still maintain a steady income flow for the smallholder farmers. They don't reduce the price because, it's fluctuated on the global market.
Okay, super. Right.
One thing they also do is they're actually the largest buyer when it comes to the Kenyan coast, when it comes to coconuts. They actually buy from nearly 2,000 coconut farmers.
Wow.
So that's 2,000 farmers on a steady flow of income.
A step towards the right direction, if you ask me.
Oh, it is. It is. I think it's good. And I think at a time where most people are focused on eating healthy, being healthy, all the healthy, and we're trying to move away from flour, it's good that, they make coconut flour, coconut oil, coconut milk, coconut cream, coconut flakes, coconut.
Everything coconut, I like the crunchy ones. I want to see a coconut flakes.
Those are flakes.
I know, right? Okay.
So it's something they do, but first off, they actually guarantee that it's organic, which is there's no form of GMO. Basically, the soil that is being planted on is a healthier one.
Yeah.
No monocropping, no unnatural pesticides. I think it's something people don't really realize. We often take in fruits and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you have this or you have that," and you're wondering, "But I eat vegetables." Sometimes it's the pesticide that is
the chemicals,
used to spray on them when they're actually being planted, and then you actually go by, you just wash it with water and you eat it, or you prepare it and you think you're good.
It overshadows the benefits of that fruit that you think you might have derived from it.
Yes, so I'm very happy. First off, organic and fair trade, and it's a good thing. They also look at replenishing because, if you're buying coconut from nearly 2,000, and that means coconut is going to go down. The trees obviously need to replenish. So one thing they do is that in the year 2015, they actually established a coconut seedlings project where they plant. So every year they distribute free thousands of seedlings to their farmers.
Right.
Yes, so that they can start growing the coconuts for the future.
Nice. Great way to, not just run out of coconuts, but also, getting value for what you produce and all of that. Amazing creativity right there.
So for those who are wondering, one thing is we actually have coconut rice.
Okay.
And sometimes when you're making stews, you can use coconut as
oil?
well.
The oil?
Even the oil and then the milk. And then coconut cream.
Okay.
You can put coconut cream in your stew for consistency, the thickness and all that. So you can go to kentaste.com and you get a lot of recipes.
Go
from
check it out.
Cookies to whatnot. Just Kentaste, KENTASTE.com. And then you can check them out.
I remember my dad used to prepare rice using coconuts, but that's where he uses I don't know if it's I don't know how he does it, but he cooks the rice using the coconut water. I don't know how it does it, but it really tastes really good. Okay.
So I think that's our first AGR Good News. The last one for today.
Right.
I'm looking at Powergen. And when I say Powergen, okay, that's electricity. Yes, it is electricity. It has to do with power. So, I mean, it's a mini grid company that is bringing clean, first off, and reliable electricity to off-grid communities in Kenya and Tanzania.
I like the two key elements in there, reliable and clean. Sounds very good and promising. Let's hear it.
So this is the problem statement for me was before Powergen actually came on.
Okay.
They realized that about 78% of the rural population was unelectrified. They only had about 22% of the urban population that lacked electricity access. Yes, and now most of them didn't have access to the grid, which is the main grid.
Okay.
So most of them are forced to use either expensive and polluting energy alternatives. You're talking as kerosene, candles, and all these things go a long way to actually damage your health and the environment.
Contributing to global issues as well, with regards to the global warming things and what have you.
Exactly. So one thing Powergen decided to do was that they were installing mini grids.
Okay.
Like the main grid that the communities don't have power. They are installing mini grids and then off-grid electricity generators to provide reliable grid quality power while reducing the indoor air pollution and they're also cutting household costs.
Nice. Killing, is it two birds with one stone?
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay.
Now, this is basically helping low-income people, both in the rural and sub-Saharan areas. And this is good because those who need to cook with it, I know people who actually cook and sell, and they literally had to be using firewood or charcoal and the smoke and inhaling it, and then you have it also moving it. Sometimes
and the cutting down of trees as well. All of these environmental issues as well would be the effect would be reduced. In terms of cutting down of trees used for firewoods and charcoals and what have you.
So it's really disturbing. I think it's an amazing thing that they actually have done. So first off, they actually would do a microgrid consulting, check whether it's both outdoors or whether indoors, which one you need. Then they would undertake the feasibility studies. Then they would design the regulatory policies that will govern it. Then they design the electrification intensive programs.
Right.
Now, when they actually come to developing the microgrid itself, they'll source the microgrid sites, then they'll design the microgrids, and then the community and government engagement. This is what's happening here. This is what's going to happen to your community. You're going to have power, but it's going to be through this means, through that means. This is how it works. Now they'll get permits and then customer acquisition.
Nice.
So this is a very amazing thing they're doing.
Right.
So far, they have services throughout Africa. They're doing a very good job. When you see the way they've actually lighted up one of the communities, it looks like something out of a storybook. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Right.
So far, they've installed over 60 mini grids across Kenya and Tanzania.
Okay.
And this is basically them connecting 10,000 customers to clean energy.
Okay.
Very important.
Yeah.
And they're looking to be able to reach 50,000 customers by 2024.
Nice. The places on the continent that are actually lacking electricity would definitely use this as a means to get electricity, clean and reliable as well.
Right now, there are a lot of power solutions. So I don't know if you're in a town where there's no power, then I think you probably don't want to find out.
Find reasons. Yeah, exactly. I think that is true. That is very true. Because when you look out there, we've been talking about them, like a number of them right here. Well, if you want to find out, just go into our archives, go check out some of our videos. The Good News segment definitely has more of these, institutions, companies that are providing electricity at cheaper rates for that matter. Okay.
Well, that's all we have. But this I believe is something important for the people. So far they've actually powered 120 plus communities with their microgrid
in Kenya and Tanzania.
Solar. Yeah.
Right.
And then also they've served about 50,000 people day by day on their clean micro-utility power.
Right.
And they have 8 plus countries with the projects that have been deployed. So they're working gradually, day by day.
Nice.
One thing they believe is that Africa takes the lead when it comes to this clean and reliable energy. We can do better. We can push and change the narrative.
Super. Okay, that's all we have for Good News Across Africa.
That's all
Thank
we
you,
have.